we'll get around to
I
it.
just hit record, so we're good now. How's it going,
Oh,
Cassidy? Welcome to the podcast.
I'm sitting here
Welcome.
trying to do
Here
some
we are.
planning.
Yeah, who needs planning in a podcast? What are you talking
Oh,
about?
that sounds very silly.
Yeah, how
Okay.
silly, dude. How silly. Should I
All
see if
right.
I
So
can?
who are
Should I see if I can actually get the screen to like record?
um
Like to show the slideshow, or does it not? Well, you know what? No, we're just gonna have what picture do we want as the background for the entire podcast when we upload it?
I think you know exactly what picture.
Okay, yeah, we know the
You know
picture. We know the picture that's gonna
you
come
know
up.
this.
We
Yeah.
know the picture that's gonna go on there.
That was a
I don't
dumb
know. I don't
question.
even know. Welcome to the podcast, everybody. I'm
Yeah.
Evan.
Hi. I'm Cassidy.
Yeah, welcome to the podcast. It's a pleasure. It's a
So this
pleasure.
is the podcast. Basically, so we don't neither of us go to Denison anymore. We went to Denison at one point. Um and we decided to start a podcast because that's what two white people who talk a lot should do.
So we are the most qualified people for the podcast. So we thought, why not? It's going to be a good time.
Hmm.
This is the intro episode, so we're going to go over. This is the most we're going to talk about Denison Survivor in any episode because we
Yeah,
need to because we're making our drafts in the podcast.
yeah. So basically, how it's our plan, and roughly is that most podcasts we'll do is we'll start where we kind of talk about what happened in Denison Survivor a little bit, and then we talk about whatever we want, and then we look back on our draft. So this episode we're making before marooning even happened, and we're gonna make our draft with just the marooning slideshow. I don't think either of us know any of these people.
I don't think we
I
know
haven't looked at it yet.
anyone. Yeah, I don't think we know
I think
anyone.
if everybody's a freshman, then I won't know
Then we
anybody, and
absolutely
even
don't know everyone. Yeah,
and like if they're all freshmen, we don't know them because we already
yeah.
graduated. I graduated last spring, and you and Evan graduated in
I
2022.
22, yeah. I'm
Yeah.
so old. I'm the oldest. That's a fun podcast fact. We'll have the special effect go there for special podcast fact. I am the oldest person to have ever performed in, and will hopefully, because I want to be the title owner of this, oldest person to ever be in a Denison Survivor season. Because the first season was all freshmen, and then second season I was a senior being in it with like a bunch of other people of all different class years, and I was the only senior. So I think for history right now, hopefully until the end of time, but hopefully that's not set in stone for like 40 years, I guess.
Hmm.
Oldest person to ever be in a Denison Survivor show. So
I'm not gonna fact check that. I just believe it.
yeah, I think we're gonna. Well, right now that is true, but 40 years down the line, you never know.
Yeah.
So,
We were in Denison Survivor together, actually, season 2.
yeah,
Fun fact for all the people who don't know us is
yeah,
we were in season 2 together, and Evan was the villain. I was the hero.
yeah. So we
I
were,
won, but that's
yeah,
unimportant.
yeah, and I had a funeral. It was fantastic. I
Yeah.
went, I went down on a Viking pyre, and everyone
Yeah.
shot flaming arrows at me, and it was phenomenal. So
And yeah,
don't say,
we'll talk about
yeah.
season 2, I'm sure.
We'll talk about season 2. I'm sure we'll put that on the podcast fact segment, which we already
Yeah.
have a special effect animated screen for.
Do-do-do-do.
I'll figure that out in like the hour when I edit this.
Perfect.
We'll figure it out.
All right. Are you
All right.
ready for the slideshow?
Yeah, who do we got? Who's first on our marooning list? We got Ben.
Ben.
Ben is a human who likes to play games and hang out with friends. They also like to sing. I know the answer to life, the universe, and everything.
It's a comp sci major.
Comp sci
So.
major. Comp sci major definitely adds some intrigue into that because they're very factual and yeah. But I also like the bow in the picture.
Yeah, it's a good picture.
A good bow, but it's a good bow color to hair like blend. I like that a whole lot, and I think that's worth putting on my draft list then.
That is important. I will say season 6 we had 3 gingers play, so I'm curious to see how many. If maybe we could get 4 gingers for
Maybe we'll
season
have
7.
4 gingers. Yeah, it'll be phenomenal. New record.
Yeah,
Wait,
all right.
you think
So
Ben's gonna be on your list, or are you gonna hold off on that?
I'm gonna hold off. I'm taking a little notes on the side. The most
All right.
preparation I'll ever do. But we'll see.
Sounds good.
Potential. I'm not like anti Ben at this point. Okay, here's Caden. Oh, English
Caden. Ooh,
major.
English created. That's a good first
Yeah,
impression.
yeah. All right. Caden signed up for this with 4 hours on the clock, but said it looks like a blast. He likes writing, film, games, extremely niche trivia, and making Pokemon competitive ready. He's an English creative writing major if that happens to be your thing. He says, may the odds be ever in your favor. And then his quote, you said you have a dream. That dream, make it come true. Make your wonderful dream a reality, and it will become your truth. Quote, natural harmonia and gropius. I don't
know
get the reference.
that's a reference to Pokemon Black and White.
Oh,
Yeah.
N. Oh, I did know
And
N.
yeah.
I didn't know his
Dude,
full name.
that's tricky. Like that's only good signs here on this player, I think.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
think
So
it's also like a combination of both of us too, because of the Pokemon and
yeah.
then English major,
Yeah. I think I gotta put
gaming.
Caden on my draft list then.
We're only 2 in.
We're
You
only
can
2
only have
in.
4.
We'll figure it out. It's
All right.
fine.
Well,
Yeah.
we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
I definitely am gonna have a completely different draft than you. So we can spread out our resources.
Yeah. All right. Who do we got next? We got Brian.
Brian. Oh, Brian,
Data
it's not looking good.
data analytics. His name is Brian. He likes sports and watching YouTube. I don't know. Now
His
that
quote is IGK, and he doesn't have a picture.
he doesn't have a picture. He is the dot on a line graph.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Brian. I don't know you, but this isn't looking too hot
I
for
don't know.
you.
I kind of like the vibe. I think I'm gonna draft Brian. I think I'm gonna put Brian in the draft. I think
Yeah,
that's a good play.
Brian could win this whole thing.
Brian could
So
win Denison Survivor Season 7.
possible. So he could take the data and he could analyze it.
Yeah.
We don't
Yeah,
know.
exactly. He's a data analytics neighbor. That means you can find patterns and predict. You can know what the next challenge is. You can figure out where every past immunity idol was and figure out what the next one is. I
Mm-hmm.
think that's pretty valuable. Who's next on
Yeah.
the list? Who do we got?
Chester. Oh, that's a fun
Chester!
picture. Chester's from Danging, Vietnam. He's a wild card and says things so foul, no Chartier said he should join Denison Survivor. Quote, I feel like I'm the only Swiftie at Denison, lol. Chester, you're not the only Swiftie at Denison, by any means. And DA/PPE major. Trying to double up with a PPA major, it's not going to last for very long. Sorry, Chester.
Yeah.
Uh,
Also, I think he's the first person on the roll team, unless I misread. No,
oh,
Caden was also on roll. Caden was
it
also on
was.
roll. So they are alternating. That's good to know.
Yeah.
That dynamic is also something important to bring up. And I think just by virtue on being in the same team with Caden, that makes it worthy to have Chester on my draft.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah.
I like. I'm liking Chester's vibe for
Yeah, I'm
sure.
liking Chester. The major's pretty good too. That's a
Level
DA
up
and PPE.
completed.
Oh hey, I just got 74 fishing in RuneScape. Fantastic news.
Fantastic news.
Fantastic
Okay.
news.
Chester's looking good. I'm feeling good about Chester.
Good. Yeah,
I feel like he's at least gonna make jury. I mean, look at him.
Yeah, I think Chester's got some good vibes. Like, I think we can put a lot of faith in the Chester here.
Yeah. All right, Caleb. Caleb is Arrow Ace and goes by any pronoun. They like to do whatever they consider to be the funniest at the time. They are intelligent and funny, no matter what others may say. Don't listen to them. He is obviously more right than they are. And then the quote, why do they call it oven when you oven the cold food out of hot eat the food, John from Garfield. And another DA major.
Ooh, that's powerful.
Who's been sitting in the DA lounge recruiting freshmen?
Yeah. Is that it? Who was the other DA major? That was Brian. Brian. So Team Rock is going to have a lot of DA majors. That's going to be tricky.
Brian, and then Chester is DA as well, DA and PPE.
Yeah.
So we have 3 DA so far. It's crazy.
3DA? Oh, gosh, yeah.
I know you're thinking about drafting Caleb.
Yeah. Well, I am. I think it is worth drafting Caleb as my 5th pick for the draft. Yeah.
I think Caleb is a good name. I think it's a really solid name. I like the roundness of the C with the roundness of the B. It works out well.
Exactly. Also, like it feels just right to have the name Caleb and Caden on the same draft. I think.
Mm-hmm. So,
and Chester and Brian and Ben.
Yeah.
So we're up to 5 on my draft.
Are we going alphabetically right now?
We are going. It is alpha. No, it's not fully alphabetical.
It's not fully alphabetical.
It's alphabetical, but it's also alphabetical alternating by team, I think.
Okay, I see.
So Caden is the first alphabetically for team role.
Yeah.
And then it went back to Brian for rock.
Mm-hmm. And then if we go to the next, it's Dana.
It's Dana.
Do you want to read this one?
Yeah, I can read this one. Dana is a sophomore from Mount Vernon, Ohio. She's majoring in biology with a concentration in neuroscience and is part of DITA, the first-generation network and sports network. A fun fact about her is she was voted biggest klutz unanimously for senior superlatives. Jack of all trades, master of none. Hey, not that bad to have a bard in the team, you know? Like,
yeah, absolutely.
That's really good. That's an immediate draft pick, I think, for my 6th.
I really like the picture that says this all went to hell when Dana left.
Yeah. Oh,
I will say it's a minus for Dana for sharing a name with Dana Pursley.
Yeah, I was like, my immediate thought went to Dana Pursley when I saw that. Yeah.
So it's a minus, but also maybe like clearing the bar for the name Dana too. So
yeah, for sure. Like if she ends up being a 10th of Dana Pursley, that's gonna carry her far. That's gonna carry her real far. So
yeah, and it says she's a sophomore. I don't know her actually. So hi Dana. I'm sorry I didn't meet you last. I was off, being cool. I guess.
Yeah.
Not going to DITA.
Yeah. Why go to DITA when you can go to Gaming Guild? This podcast is sponsored by the Denison Gaming Guild. You should go to that. And
it's true.
If you do, you'll go to the place that 2 people who were the president of Denison Gaming Guild were presidents of in this podcast. That's a podcast fact right there. Play the animation.
Yeah. If you go to Denison Gaming Guild, you can use code podcast for 10% off your entry fee.
You get 10% off any entry fee and 10% off any game you buy at Guild. You just gotta hope that they will ever have one in stock. So yeah,
you can tell Luke Sakanich that.
Yeah, and that's a true statement.
That's Dana.
Yeah. Ooh, we got Elijah.
He is from. He's from South Dakota. He enjoys playing music.
Sioux Falls, maybe. Like, is it like Faux?
Later,
Falls. Sioux Falls.
He has also seen many seasons of Survivor and is looking forward to the game. Try not, do or do not. There is no try Yoda, and then he's a history major. And he's got a guitar out in the picture.
Someone who studied up on previous seasons of Survivor and is a history major, that's like very scarily like similar to like Russell from actual Survivor, of like fully knowing the game, fully knowing and coming in with a game plan, and he's got an acoustic.
Yeah, he's a white guy with a guitar. We're white people
guy with a guitar.
Podcast.
It's been a long time since we had a white guy with a guitar win Denison Survivor. I don't know if that has happened, but it's been a while, probably. At least 6 months since the last season. So I gotta put Elijah on my draft pick, man.
I feel like he's definitely draftable. I'm feeling it. He's in a red chair there. He's blinking a little bit.
Good chair. Yeah, that's a mid-blink. It's a mid-blink situation going on.
So we know it was like, it was not a posed photo. It was a candid. There it is.
It was a candid photo, yeah.
Feeling good.
The lighting's perfect, so you can see like the bush in the background, but not anything else behind it. So it's like a fairly lit area. It's great. Oh, we got Daniel.
Looking good. Daniel. Oh, Daniel is himself. He likes bits. No, there is no explanation. Quote, I use too much yellow to make a tote bag. I also am from San Diego. You may feel pity now. And he's undecided.
Yeah. I'm good.
He reminds me of Daniel, like Flat Daniel. So.
That's true. That's
yeah.
true.
So
the undecided major, I think the bits are useful, but besides that, there's not much going on here. I think them being from San Diego is also a bit harder on Daniel winning side. But I think because Daniel said I can feel pity, it is worth giving them the pity position in my draft.
I think so. You have to have at least one.
You gotta have at least one and hope for the best, because those are the people who are going to surprise you. You know.
Yeah, the picture is interesting. He's like half tucked up, but half not. There's a lot of intrigue.
Yeah, there's a lot of mystery, a lot of intrigue.
Like, what's going on?
Yeah, what's going on? What stage play are they performing there? Is this a play? This has got to be a choir concert, right? It's got like,
or is it like picture day?
Oh
and
no,
like
it is
he only
picture
did
day.
half.
Right.
He did like half of the tux on top, but not on bottom because they're not taking pictures.
Yeah, absolutely.
See, this is what helped me find all these idols.
There.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's got to be it.
Intriguing. Well,
Elizabeth.
It's huge. Whoa.
She loves to read and is always down for a good puzzle. She is fiercely loyal and ain't afraid to fight back. Game on. Hey, as a fellow Sudoku lover, both of us, like,
yes.
That's a Sudoku and a podcast fact.
Yeah. We love Sudoku.
We love Sudoku. I do still regularly send Cassidy random puzzles that I found that I really liked.
It's true.
So there's some good stuff. Shout out to Cracking the Cryptic, man. You'll love to see it. You'll love shout out to Cracking the Cryptic. Did you know that it's illegal to carry a fish suspiciously in the UK?
Oh.
You'll seem like a fishy person to the law. Wow.
Elizabeth could make it her strategy to carry a fish.
Good strategy. Like undecided major, but that could also be like them trying to logic their way through all that. And that's a real good quality to have, and I think that's worth putting Elizabeth on the draft for. Yeah,
pretty good draft pick, I think. Is she ginger too?
Oh, is that the second? I think that's 2. I think we're at 2.
In the picture with the lighting, it does look like she is ginger. So we might have 2 gingers here already.
Potentially 3, depending on Brian.
Yeah, we don't know. We
don't know if Brian's ginger yet.
That is the season's mystery. All right. Eden. Eden is a short, kind person. He likes to crack jokes. He is terrible at introductions. Quote, I will be the Mexican that the Republicans think I am. Major bioscience.
Yeah, that is...
Why does he look like a mixture between you and Cruz?
Oh my fucking god, you're right. That's a powerful combo. Me and Cruz Moreno, my good friend, who totally went to Denison, and everyone knows that as true. That's a powerful combo to have. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that alone. I think Eden is gonna be like kind of a bit more quiet early on, but they're gonna really rise to the occasion later on and like become a true like power player. I think I'm gonna put Eden on my draft for that.
Gotta. I definitely. I think it's actually kind of funny how much they look like.
Yeah.
You and Cruz.
They look like I got new glasses because I was on vacation, and they broke in like Europe. And my new glasses are like almost identical to the ones Eden's wearing right now. Like I got much bulkier like lenses, like much taller ones. And before that I had like thinner ones, so like even the glasses are pretty similar there.
This is crazy. Yeah. This is really powerful. Yeah. Elliot. Whoa.
Ooh, a major after my own heart.
A math major. Elliot loves music and games. He is a decently competitive person, but not very good at small social interactions. He's hoping to have a great time. And the quote is, risk more than others think is safe. Care more than others think is wise. Dream more than others think is practical. Expect more than others think is possible. Claude Bissell. And a math major, of course.
Yeah, that is a good combo to have. And then they got the eagle on their shirt too.
That's true.
Yeah.
Eagle.
I can see. I don't know what the rest of it says, but you gotta love a good eagle. So that's pretty useful. That's going to be useful. And I can already tell Elliot's is someone who goes to Guild. That's Burton Morgan behind him.
Wow. You're right. He probably does go to Guild, which means that got to be in the draft.
You got to be in the draft. You got to go. Any Guildie is going in my draft, and that's a guarantee. And I don't put I don't put anyone in my draft. You know,
Not just anyone.
I don't just put anyone in there. So I think they're gonna go real far.
Oh my God! Isaac is playing.
What?
Wow!
Oh, this is gonna be an instant draft for Isaac. Oh my gosh! Isaac believes he has a chance to make it to the finals. He plans to scheme and plot his way to first place. Even Cowgirls get the blues. I agree. You're winning this, Isaac. Whoa.
Isaac?
I
know Isaac.
Isaac's going to be real strong.
He played in season 1.
Yeah.
And he got out, really fast.
He got out really early on, actually, didn't he? Wait, that's not good. I believe in you, Isaac.
That was way back in season 1.
That was way back in season 1. They've had 5 seasons extra to prepare for this season. This is their time. They're a cinema major, which means they know how to act and play a role. They know how to get into it. They know that Cowgirls can get the blues.
Yeah, I think that Isaac will be majorly drafted because this is the only well, actually, there was one sophomore. So 2 non-freshmen that I've seen.
Yeah.
Not everybody says that if they're a freshman or not, but
this is
huge.
Senior year?
Yeah.
Oh wow. Yeah. Then I'm still older because I started in my second semester senior year, so I'm still beating them age-wise. Well, I guess just in general I am too, but
yeah.
You know, it's working out. It's working out.
Wow. Emma.
Oh
my God, I love Emma's crown.
Emma is a freshman this year studying visual art. Emma loses whale sharks and learning very niche fun facts. Perstolcha ad astra, through stupidity to the stars. I fully thought that was Liberty for a second.
Yeah, I see it.
And I think that alone, not even counting everything else, which is going to very well help Emma in the season, they got to go on the draft.
Gotta go on the draft.
I gotta put Emma on my draft, man.
Yeah, I'm really liking the crown. And if they love whale sharks and niche fun facts, they should learn about salamanders, I think.
Ooh. That should be a podcast episode. It's just us putting that on loop and talking over it. Letting everyone know how good it'll be great. Yeah. Put your podcast video suggestions in the comments below, and we will read them if you subscribe to the channel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Jackson.
Oh, Jackson is a bio major with way too much time invested in D&D, DRG, and BG3. He's in Gaming Guild, nice, Smash Club, and Chess Club. He is very talkative, so feel free to start a conversation with him about anything. Fun fact, you have aged since started reading this sentence. You will never get those seconds back. Yeah, that's so true, Jackson.
Yeah.
There's no picture, which is sad. Do you know what DRG is?
I obviously we both know D&D and BG3. I don't actually know off the top of my head DRG.
If I Google it, will it help me? Diagnosis related group? DiMaggio's restaurant group? I think it's DiMaggio's restaurant group. Yeah.
Oh, it's a Deep Rock Galactic, I think.
Oh. I'm still thinking DiMaggio's restaurant
was Smash
group.
Club a thing your senior year? Because it wasn't mine. Or it was, but not really existent.
It started off, I think, the end of my junior year they were starting it.
Okay.
And I think it happened all last year, but there really was no crossover between Smash Club and Guild. So I obviously with new freshmen coming in, it's going to be different.
Yeah, for sure.
But there wasn't any crossover during my time.
Yeah. I don't know. Jackson seems like a mystery to me. That you don't really know a
Yeah.
ton. But I did explicitly say if you're in Gaming Guild, you're going on my draft.
So he's got to go on the draft.
We can cut back to that, but I'm not gonna. I'm planning on editing this in like an hour over the course of like 20 minutes. So
okay.
I don't know if we're gonna do a smash cut back, but you know, I think
We'll
Jackson
see.
is gonna go on my draft because of that.
I think so. Oh my gosh, another person that I know. Jacob, he was in season 6.
Oh my gosh.
Jacob is a mediocre try-hard gamer with ADHD, too much energy, and a caffeine addiction. Quote, don't take life too seriously, you'll never get it out of it alive. And that's him doing a peace sign with a printer.
Ooh, that's true. That's good. That's good.
He's an econ major, which is unfortunate.
Yeah, if there's specifically if there's a challenge like a bidding thing, and they can figure out the economy as a whole, they're gonna be going far. And
do you think there's going to be a challenge of doing Nora's econ homework?
Yeah, if there is not a challenge that is just everyone, like, it better be like top 7, because I think there's 7 hosts. Like, if the top 7 challenge isn't everyone gets assigned one host and they have to do their taxes, I don't know what they're
that
doing.
Would be huge.
That would be a great challenge. If the respective host gets arrested for tax fraud, you're immediately eliminated from Denison Survivor Season 7. I think that's the second really challenge I've ever designed, and we've been trying to get the snake challenge going for a while, and they never approved the snake challenge when I suggest it. But
yeah, I think the Jacob's got to go on the draft.
I think I got to put Jacob on my draft really well. I think Jacob's gonna fit really well in there. So
yeah, gotta do our taxes. Kiara.
Clara. Is it Clara?
Oh, is Clara? Clara. It's Clara. Sorry, the big font confused me. Clara is a junior.
Oh no!
How dare you? Okay, I'm talking.
You can go.
Clara is a junior looking to play Denison Survivor. Well, you came to the right place, Clara. Or is it Clara? I don't know. She heard about the org her last 2 years. Oh, new person. New person, but not freshman. I mean, but never put herself forward to play. She's Haitian American from Long Island, New York. She's involved in campus with Lambda Theta Alpha Latin Sorority Incorporated, BSU, and DKDG. My favorite drink is 27% cranberry juice. And global health and data analytics major. There's so much data analytics.
The data analytics, instantly great. I've been global health and data, like just global health, Hess in general, like that's a real good major to have. Anything that's even remotely physical, they are going to excel in that and like know how like the right amount to like exert themselves before like it becomes like too bad for like sustainability for the challenge. They know exactly how much they're going to need to put into it before coming back out and like taking a step back on these challenges. There's a cat in the picture. It's going to be an instant draft for me.
Yeah, I think gotta. Absolutely. Yeah. That's exciting. Well, welcome to Denison Survivor, Clara. I'm sorry we didn't meet while I was at Denison, but you know, I'm very popular and there are a lot of people who want to meet me.
All right, we got Caden.
I'll let you read it.
First year and is on a quest to get to know every other person in the class of 2028 by the end of the 4 years here, at least a little bit. They're already on 42 out of 600? Gosh.
Huge.
He's a DA major, plays viola, loves Strawberry Pocky, so you know how to bribe him, and has a soft spot for people who grew up watching PBS Kids. I have one cat named Gretel, named shortly after she tried jumping into our very own oven as a kitten. She's been very gray ever since.
And Caden's also got some cat ears on in that photo,
They got
too.
the cat ears on. They got the DA major. They do have a mask, because you can never be too safe. Pretty good. That's really nice. Really good to see.
I did watch PBS Kids.
Ooh,
I feel like that, I think this is looking pretty good for you, Kaden, I think.
Yeah, like, at the very least, you got a spot in my draft, so.
Neither of us are members of the class of 2028, but, you can still get to know us.
Yeah, you can still
just listen to our podcast.
Yeah, just listen to our podcast. Which every person is going to be able to read up on. Even if you're a Denison Survivor player, just wait till you're allowed to.
Well, yeah, afterwards.
Yeah, wait till you get eliminated. Unless you're Kaden, because you're gonna get far. If you do get eliminated, watch the podcast. Unless you're on the jury, because then I don't think you're allowed to watch the podcast. But you know how this goes.
Look, it'll be figured out. Also, Kaden, I have a cat too, so something to think about.
I had a cat named Ember when I was in Wisconsin.
Cute.
Yeah, I missed that cat. I liked that cat more than my roommate. All right, we got Michael. We'll talk about that in another episode of the podcast, because that's a whole time.
Yeah, there's lots of podcast content. Don't worry. Michael comes from New Jersey with no experience and a lot of optimism. He's a member of Gaming Guild. Yeah,
welcome to my draft.
And it is interested in getting involved with Outlook and DCSA as well. As a Denison first year, he has little to no clue what he's doing, but that won't stop him from giving Survivor his all this season and maybe even coming out on top. And then, quote, "It's hard being a single mother when you're a teenage guy with no kids."
It's good. That's really good to see.
Oh, my cat is meowing. I don't know if you can hear it, but I think that he's saying that I need to draft Michael.
Yeah, that's...
It's a good picture of you,
Michael's
Michael.
going on... Yeah, I love the sky to hill contrast on that picture. I think it's going to...
We don't know if Michael's a ginger.
We don't know.
There's another potential
I think
ginger.
we are at... Theoretically, there are... Because Michael, Jackson, and Brian? Yeah, all don't have pictures. So
2 confirmed gingers, 3 potential.
Yeah, theoretically we are at 5, and that's a new record. So,
that is a new record. Congrats, everybody.
Congratulations, Denison Survivor Season 7 cast. You guys did it.
This is huge.
It's really nice to see.
Gotta love the ginger representation. Manya. Either Manya or Manya? Manya?
Yeah. This is a call to action for any Denison Survivor host of please tell us the pronunciations for every game going forward.
Yes, please. Yeah, because we're going to be mostly just reading everything. Yeah, so it's okay. We'll have a call with Nora where she trains us on everybody's name pronunciation.
Nora will be our celebrity guest for one of these episodes of the podcast. It'll be great.
Yeah.
Manya is a big fan of anything. Oh, we did it again. We did it again. It's no good.
We're so in sync, but also not in sync.
Yeah, you can go.
Okay. Big fan of anything fiction, games, shows, anything. She's also big on singing, drawing, and writing. They've just gotten started on opera. And then the quote is, "Trigger warning, a theater kid, double major in computer science and music theater."
That's a good double major. I like that a lot. I love
a lot of variety.
A lot of variety, which is very nice to have, especially when it comes to something like Survivor, where specifically games, you have that experience, you have that strategy ready. Shows, you have the past history watching. Very useful to have.
Dude.
If there's an opera challenge, they're gonna win. So I think just for that potential, you're going on my draft. Congratulations.
It's a good idea.
Yeah.
Oh, another English major.
Ooh, we got Morgan. Best way to describe Morgan is as a theater kid and a book nerd rolled into one, with a dash of perfectionist and a touch of dark humor. She's a sophomore, grew up on a dairy farm in Vermont, and has always been a huge fan of games. Usually board, but also the occasional Wii game. She almost always has a fun fact or strange thought on my mind, so don't be afraid to ask her for one. She's super excited for the season of Survivor. I can and have read an 8-book series in 3 weeks when I'm really invested. So many reasons to put Morgan in your draft like I am. It's going to be going real well. got the board game stuff here. Possibly
Look
a
at that
member guild.
dog.
That's already an instant. The dog, you gotta love the dog. That dog is having a great time.
That dog looks very old.
It's a very, like, that dog's on their victory lap, man.
Yeah.
That dog is on their victory lap. The upload for this is going to be fantastic because it's almost exclusively going to be a black screen and the picture that we know is going on here.
Yeah.
So
it's okay. They'll see it.
Yeah, they'll see it. They'll
figure it out. It'll be in the marooning channel.
Yeah, just
figure it out.
Yeah, you should have a 2-monitor setup for this podcast watching experience. One of them should be the picture we have for the podcast going on, and the other one is the Discord scrolling through marooning in real time and watching and reading along with us.
You have to put in the work. Put in the effort.
You have to put in work, and if you weren't doing that before, start over and restart the podcast and rewatch through and do that way. That's the best way to do it. All right, we got Max.
Whoa.
Max is someone who likes to
someone.
Help. Oh, we did it again. Did it again. I can't believe
All right, I'm going to go, and then you do the next one.
Okay.
You know, I think we've figured it out. Max is someone who likes to help when he can and will do his best to make sure everyone gets as far as they can. He is pretty strong when he can help with physical activities, but he also loves video games, and he's sure he can be helpful if any curveballs are thrown. Quote, I know this is going to be a lot of fun. I hope to get as far as I can. Major, undecided, and that's definitely a picture in Burton Morgan. So potentially guilty.
Instant guilty. They are getting in the draft. We know this.
Yeah.
It's going.
My brother's name is Max.
Ooh, okay. That's also going to put him in my draft. Yeah.
This is not my brother. To be clear, there is no nepotism going on. This Max is not my brother, Max.
Okay.
Just in case anybody was curious.
Yeah. Regardless, though, I think it is worth considering Max for your draft.
Yeah.
Everyone should consider putting Max in their drafts.
Mm-hmm.
I know Max is going in mine.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. You can do the next one. See, because I read the last.
All right. Is it Uvelk? Uvel?
That's what I think. I think it's Uvelk. But again, we'll do some consulting later.
Hosts, please tell us the pronunciations for
everyone's name.
All these names. Yeah.
We expect some voice recording.
Currently a first year majoring in the visual arts and was not ready for the stairs leading Eisner to the Bryant Center.
Yeah.
Or leading to Eisner and the Bryant Center. Eisner to the Bryant Center is relatively easy in comparison.
Yeah.
But hey, your calves are going to be amazing by the end. My calves are still muscle, man. My calves are. It's been so many years. Like, what was it? 4? Or no? What the fuck? How many years has it been since I graduated? We're in 2. 2 years. Your calves are going to be great at least for 2 years after you graduate. And just for that, just like the leg muscle and the speed you're going to be able to run, the ability to wear 5 simultaneous hats, it's going to be good. 6 hats. That's it. There's 2 on the bottom layer there. That's even more reason to put you on the draft. Yeah.
Yeah, Uvelk on the draft for sure.
Yeah, put Uvelk
on Nolan is
going! Nolan's going in the draft. You gotta put Nolan in the draft.
My God.
He doesn't have no description because he doesn't need one. Because he doesn't need it. He doesn't need it.
Quote, a live lobster out through security and must be transported in a clear plastic spill-proof container. A TSA officer will visually inspect your lobster at the checkpoint. Major computer science and classical studies.
Fantastic.
Wow.
Dude,
this is so awesome.
I learned something new here because now I will try and take a lobster through every flight I go on. And I think that's going to be really good.
Mm-hmm. And we know exactly how to do it.
Yeah, and we know exactly how to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Clear plastic spill-proof container. That's just
I'm so excited that no one's playing. Oh.
Dude, it's going to be sick. And it's a double pair because you got Nolan and Yoda.
And Yoda, and Baby Yoda.
And Yoda.
Oh my God.
And Yoda.
Huge.
It's
Okay.
gonna be sick. It's gonna
Oh,
be
Nolan
sick.
Part 2. Okay, he does
Nolan
have
Part
a
2. Oh my God, we got Ruse.
Okay, all right. Hailing from the Willamette Valley in Oregon comes Nolan Felker, a man who has not read enough books in his lifetime and has a crippling addiction to pretending he is another world. Having eaten enough steamed broccoli to fill several swimming pools, Nolan is an expert of reciting trivia about Percy Jackson and Middle Earth that no one asked for and constantly thinks about what would happen if gravity suddenly shifted sideways at this very moment. His hobbies sometimes include speaking about himself in the third person and noir voice, not having a fear of the ocean, and diving 60 feet under its surface because cool fish and archery, because that is honestly pretty dope.
Dude, you'll
Wow.
love to hear it.
That's huge. That's actually huge.
Dude, there's so many reasons to put Nolan in your draft. The noir voice I'm very excited for because you never know if that's going to come up, and that could be a very useful thing. My next D&D campaign is going to be in a noir setting. Like, campaign 3 for my overarching thing, it's going to be a noir thing. It's going to be great.
That's huge.
For one of the podcast episodes, we should just do a one-shot and have every host as a lawyer.
Yeah. Oh my God. Let's do that. Yes.
That'll be great. If you're a host, you're playing now. Congratulations.
Sorry.
You don't get a choice. That's 7 players, 2 DMs. We'll make it work.
Yeah.
We'll make it work.
Oh my God. That's everybody.
That's everyone. Your first challenge, band brand creation. I got faith in you.
You guys are gonna do great. Yeah. Okay. Now I have to narrow my draft. And you could pick up top 4 of your draft.
Yeah, I it's gonna be hard to pick a top 4, but sometimes you have to pick your top 4 in your draft. How many people were allowed again?
4.
Oh no.
I know.
What we're gonna I think honestly what we can do is I'll pick my top 4. We'll technically say that's my draft, whatever. Which is gonna be every person who's a member of Guild, I guess. So that's gotta be Nolan. It's gotta be Max. It's gotta be Jackson, because they explicitly said it. It's gotta be Elliot, but that we might need to honestly I might just roll some dice and pick everyone. I might just random number generate my draft.
That might be smart.
Yeah. But hey, my actual draft, what we'll do is, how many players do we got?
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 23?
23? Great. So I'm just going to divide my the points that I get for the draft by 23, so I get the perfect average, and we're going to see how we do to the average score.
Yeah.
Great. It'll be fantastic.
Okay, so looking through, I gotta admit, kind of have a soft spot for Caden. I think that it's cool that he's keeping track of how many people he's getting to know.
Yeah, that
oh wait, no, there are 2 Cadens, but they're spelled differently.
Ooh, that's
I
tricky.
should put both Cadens on my draft.
You should put both Cadens.
I'm thinking I'll do both Cadens. Yeah. My cat is meowing. So there's Caden with a C and Caden with a K. I mean, it's possible that one of them is pronounced completely differently, but I'm pretty sure that in terms of spelling, they look like they're both Caden. So I could put both Cadens. I feel like Eden's got to be on your draft. Because, I mean, it's you and Cruz.
Yeah,
but if you don't want Eden,
no, I gotta, man, I gotta.
Yeah,
in my top 4, because they're already on my draft. I gotta put Eden on there. That's a very clear. Yeah. There's also a big kinship with Elliot, because the math major, the guild, all that. Loves music and games. That's gonna be tricky because we don't know how the music meshes. I just messaged my favorite artist on Instagram the other day, and he actually responded, which was kind of sick.
Whoa. That'll be a podcast episode.
We'll talk about that in another podcast episode, but
yeah.
But yeah, I think I gotta go with Eden. I gotta go with Elliot. Emma likes sharks. I end a lot of my things with sharks. So Emma might make into my top 4 for that. That's kind of big.
Yeah, that is big. Gosh, this is difficult because I just want to draft everybody, but obviously can't do that. I would draft
need a
Nolan,
reason.
but I feel like Nolan's going to get a lot of
I
drafting
was gonna
because
say
people
I need
know
a
Nolan.
reason to not put Nolan in my top
My
4.
reason I'm not putting Nolan is because I feel like Nolan will be drafted a lot because people already know Nolan.
That's fair. That's fair.
Whereas the first years we don't really know as well.
If I put Morgan in my top 4, do I also get the dog?
I think yes. I think you have to.
Okay, I think my top 4 is Morgan, Emma, Elliot, and Eden. I think that's the group I need to go with. I think that's my dream team.
Right now my dream team I'm thinking Caden, Chester, and Elizabeth. So in terms of, Caden with the K, trying to get to know everybody. Awesome. Caden with a C. I also like niche trivia. I was an English major, although an English literature major. Liking the picture. I'm feeling good vibes all around.
Yeah.
Chester, I'm also a Swiftie. And I like that he offends Noah Chartier.
Ooh, that's powerful.
And then yeah, it is. It's easy, but it's powerful. And then I feel good about Elizabeth in the puzzle situation for sure. And I also love to read, so I'm feeling it. I think that Elizabeth I relate to on a lot of things, so I think that that's my draft.
Yeah. That.
All right.
I think every player is going to be strong. There's a reason everyone's actually in my draft, and so it really could be anyone's game. I think.
Yeah.
So it's going to be kind of wild.
I agree. All right, let me type my draft in our chat so I don't forget.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So how are we feeling at the end of the podcast?
I think it's going to be good. I think we're closing in on the end of this. Make sure you guys leave a like and subscribe. I don't know how we're posting this, but we'll find a way.
I feel like YouTube would make the most sense, but you do whatever.
We'll make a new channel.
You do YouTube. There is a channel. Yeah. Oh, like a new YouTube channel.
We'll make a new YouTube channel for it. Yeah. Every week we're gonna change the name of the channel to correspond to what we decide to name the podcast that week. It'll be great.
That's this week. That's the name. Yeah. I'm maybe we're starting a podcast because obviously we are. We're starting a podcast because we are, and it's the first week and we're starting it. What do you think?
I think that's good. I think it's good.
All right. If you guys have anything that you want us to talk about, leave comment. If you have any questions, leave them below. And I'm excited for the 5 people who are listening to interact.
Whoa, Cassidy, wait. If you take the first letters of "We Should Start a Podcast," it almost spells "was up."
That's pretty big, actually.
That's kind of big. That's kind of big.
Could be.
Dude, that's good. That's good.
Well, you name it whatever you want. I gotta go be on evening shift right now. So I gotta hurry.
All right, it is 6:25 in my time zone right now. I don't know if that's Cassidy's right now. Are you still?
Yep, I'm on. Yeah, I'm in Maryland right now.
Okay. So
we'll talk about it in other podcasts.
It is 6:25 right now. On the 20th of September, we're gonna see how soon after recording this I can fully edit it and get all that done, and we're gonna see.
They're about to start marooning. They're about to start marooning.
It would be so funny to upload this mid-marooning.
That would be funny. That would be really funny.
So I think we're going to cut it here.
Or right
Thanks
after
for watching. Yeah, right after it's done, we have the full thing. It's going to be... This is... I want you all to know, this has been... I think we've been going for, 50 minutes. This is the longest these are going to be, except for the one-shot episode when we eventually do that, I guess. But besides that, this is the
We
most
won't
we're
talk
going.
as much.
This is the most we're going to talk about Survivor. In
Yeah, normally
any
we're
of
not going to
these
talk about Survivor.
episodes.
Don't worry.
Yeah,
We
we're
would
gonna
never
have-
do that to you.
Yeah. Next
You'll
week,
see.
we're going to be talking about the picture that you see on the screen right now. Have a good one, everybody.
Amazing. Bye.